So we've talked about our defenders, we've talked about our midfielders, but now it's the turn of the forwards, and probably the most important part of a team, or the one most people like to see. And we gotta talk today about not Messi, not Suarez. We may need to talk about Dembele, perhaps, but we need to talk about Paquito Alcácer, we need to talk about Arnaiz, we need to talk about Munir, but most importantly, we need to talk about Willian again. Yes, we need to talk about Willian again. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And just like always, if you want Barcelona news as well without any bullcrap bias, then click the subscribe button down below to miss anything on the content that we upload here on this channel. But I want to talk a little bit about what some of you guys commented on that previous video that we talked about Willian, because obviously I went to it from like a negative way and I never really talked about the positive. And to be completely honest, I gotta be honest with you, like open up. I really couldn't see any kind of like positive arguments, but some of you came up with very good arguments, and now I understand your other point, and I really wanted to make this video to give these guys a chance of pushing those points forward. I'm gonna leave their comments up here on screen right now. Currently, I do not remember the names. I'm really sorry about that, but I don't remember the names, but I do know your points and what you were trying to make out. So I'm gonna leave the comments up here so you can read them. You can pause the video, whatever, and read them. I'm giving credit to those guys because those points aren't mine, but I still want to give my opinion on them. So one of you guys mentioned that it was very important, this move about Willian, because it was a move that Ernesto Valverde wanted, and that's a good thing because it shows that the club are both not only supporting it, both the manager is not only supporting the club and following the objective, but also the club is giving the tools necessary for the manager to reach those kind of objectives. So where it's like a mutual relationship, like if you have a girlfriend or whatever, you can not only tell your girlfriend to do whatever you want, you still gotta do stuff for her. So that's a thing, and that's a thing here as well. We may be Barcelona, he may be Valverde, the fans as well, and we all need to work towards and give each other what we want or what we require, and give the time necessary or the tools to work to make it work. And that's a good thing about Barcelona. If they manage this move, they're showing Valverde that they have their back, and basically they're giving him an extra hand in basically helping Valverde achieve what we want to achieve, what we all want to achieve, which is win the Champions League, the La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and that's a good thing. So that's a very good point, because after I made this video, I actually researched a little bit more, and you are actually right. It seems that Valverde is the guy who really wants to move after seeing Willian play against Barcelona in the match obviously against Chelsea by the Champions League. So that's a very good thing, very good point out there. And the second point you guys make as well is that we need a bigger squad to achieve the Champions League, obviously. And this is something that I saw in a very kind of like specific moment. I was recording for the video for the second episode of the Barcelona Realistic Career Mode, which it may be uploaded if not already now or even after this video. And I realized, I say in that video, that the squad is just really thin. It's really thin. We know Valverde likes to work around with a thin squad, but just the front line seems kind of like empty. We have Paco Alcácer, Suarez, Messi, and Dembele. 4 players for 3 positions. What happens if one of them gets injured or whatever? Who are we gonna bring in? That's the thing, it's really worrying. Normally, for instance, when you take a look at a 23-man squad and you take a look about, for instance, the World Cup, you still have 1 player for every single position, like Gabriel Jesus, Firmino. You have Willian, you bring on Douglas Costa, Neymar, Tyson. That's the thing, you have a guy for each position. And in Barcelona, currently up top, we do not have that. So you're right, we need somebody else in that position, and that's why I'm making this video. I'm giving you guys the chance to discuss with me in the comment box or by DMs in Instagram or whatever. I really do not use Twitter that much. I need to use Twitter more, but I just use Instagram. It's such a much funner page, to be honest. So so whatever, I like engaging with you guys in discussions, and it's really important. We need to see who can fill that gap up top, because now I feel, after you guys made those points and I read your comments, that we do in fact need somebody else up front. And could that be Willian? If he accepts that secondary role, that rotational player role, could be good. So who could it be? Willian? Paco Alcácer could also do it. Well, I'm not really gonna count him in that position because he's a number 9, but we've seen him play before as a left winger or right winger, so that could be beneficial in a sense. But I think that the main candidates to take this are Willian, Munir, and Jose Arnaiz. So I'm gonna talk about those two Masia players right now. Before we've talked about La Masia, we've talked about how important this is for this club, the entity, the soul of this club, and how we all want to see big players progress here. And if we have to make a choice between Willian, Arnaiz, and Munir, in my opinion, I will go with somebody actually. I wouldn't go for Arnaiz. Let's just start the other way around. Let's talk about each player and let's see who we don't want. So in the case of Arnaiz, we take a look at Arnaiz, and I just feel that at 22 years old or even 23, let me check his age because I think he may actually be older than somebody like Munir. Jose Arnaiz is 23 years old. In fact, he was born in the 15th of April of 1995, while Munir was born in the 1st of September of 1995, so the same year. But the thing here is that at the same age both players have, oh my nose is so freaking itchy, man, I don't know why. But the thing is that at the age of both 22, Munir I think have done a little bit more with Barcelona than Jose Arnaiz has. For instance, Jose Arnaiz has only had one season playing in Barcelona B, in which he has actually also played with Barcelona. So good, that's very good progression. But Munir had played previously in the 2015 season with Luis Enrique. He has played afterwards, so he has played a long time with this Barcelona squad, and he has an extra little bit of experience in the first team, and that's really important. He has now also played in loan in Deportivo Alavés, which I think he scored like 4 goals, something like that. No, more like 8 goals. I'm gonna search it up. Who scored is the place to be. Who scored is the best place for stats. So let me just check. He has actually, yeah, I was thinking he scored 14 goals. 14 goals. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about that, but when I say 8, I thought it was just like too much, 14. But he scored 14 goals, and that's really, really good. So taking into account Munir has already played in a starting team, in a starting position in Deportivo Alavés, I would take Munir over Jose Arnaiz if you don't understand, because of the trajectory. My nose. I don't know what's wrong with my nose. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I fixed my nose. It's not gonna itch anymore, I promise. And okay, so Munir and Arnaiz. I just feel that Munir, what he has done at this age is much more than Arnaiz, and Arnaiz really is just a little bit less experience, and I feel that we should do the same thing with him. Give him a loan to a bigger, not a bigger club, but a club in La Primera División, in La Liga, where he can play and he can get a little bit of experience, because Munir right now I think we should keep him, and if not keep him, Willian could also be the other recent like smart decision, to be honest with you, because Willian and Munir, obviously you would take Willian, but for the price tag and what it means buying a new player, and so many people looking at Barcelona like a buyer club now, it's just gonna be like kind of not gonna work really nice in our favor in terms of being this club who likes to progress youth into the first team, and that's something that worries me a lot. So what would you do? Would you take Munir? Would you take Arnaiz? Would you take Willian? We already discussed about all these players, and now I want to hear about you. And once again, thanks to those guys who commented in that Willian video before. It's very nice and very like not educational but informative when you have people that just give different arguments, different points of view. And the main thing here is that whenever I comment with you guys, I don't know, like perhaps my humor may be very different because I'm from South America and you may be from other parts of the world. Perhaps for you some may be ironic, some of you may feel a little sarcastic, but whenever I'm talking to you, I'm just saying like, I'm just like really happy all the day. I'm really happy. I'm commenting with emojis and stuff like that, and I'm always very happy. So whenever you comment, for me it's just amazing. So it doesn't matter if it's like a hate comment or a good comment or you saying something else that I'm not agreeing with. I really like when we join this discussion and when we just act like we're together in this. And that's the same thing, because at the end of the day, me and you, we're not enemies. You're not enemies with anybody else, because we all love Barcelona here. And that's the main thing. I want to make this community. We may have different opinions, but we still support the same team. So that's very important. And just thank you guys once well. Your comments are obviously amazing. And for those guys who managed to open me up about Willian, then very good job, because you made me see different arguments that before I never really knew existed. So very good job for you guys. And thank you very much. But now, just like always, guys, I want to hear your thoughts about this video in the comment box down below. Tell me what you think about who should we get for the front three, the extra substitute that we need. And just like always, if you hate, fake news as well as bullcrap bias, then this is the right place to be. So click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss anything of the content I'll be uploading here on this channel. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.